Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, man.
Hello.
I feel like I gotta face this way.
Face me? Okay. You wanna...
I feel weird though. I can't see us.
You don't have to see it.
I gotta have to
You
see
can
it.
see me.
I can see you.
There we
I'm
go.
looking at you, but look like we're paused.
Yeah, I'm fixing it. You're good. You can keep talking. I'll get it fixed.
He'll fix it.
Good. Welcome to the Shine. So we're having technical difficulties. There we go. So I look this way.
Why we have an IT person or
That's right.
everything other than the speaking part person, because we can't handle any of this other stuff by ourselves.
No.
None of it.
Oh, I can. I'm good. You
Yeah.
see my lighting?
You did. You are doing
You have
great
a
with the
picture of
lighting.
it?
I don't have a picture. We'll
Oh,
bring one.
okay.
I'll have to send you one. But
It's
yeah.
still in process. It's
Process.
like work in process.
I got
We're
the app.
lighting the outside of the house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, not we. That's not true.
I'm trying to
He
figure out
is
the,
lighting the outside of the house.
I gotta find some like the I don't know what they call it, the little landscape lighting,
Yeah.
like the walkway. I don't know if this
Oh.
app. I don't
You
want to
gonna
have
do the walkway?
those other things don't work. I don't think. I don't know how to make them work. I don't know.
Okay. The house looks really nice.
We're getting it there. Yeah.
It's
It was a really good recommendation
Went
last
from
week,
17,000
Devin.
to I've got about 200 into it right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's and dude, and you can change like it's so like decorating for like
Yeah.
Christmas, Halloween.
Yeah.
Just change the colors, and
Right.
it's like festive.
Right
cool.
from the app.
Yeah.
Like he was already playing with it. He was like, here's the Christmas one, and it's red or it's green. And
And
then
I may get a few spots that I'll put on during Christmas on like the two little plant, just
Yeah.
a couple.
yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's right on the app. We've been walking outside every night because it's been switching it around a little bit. So we walk out once it gets dark to check out what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it
cool
looks
ones
great.
you should look at. My dad has is they're like projector screens that you can put on windows. Where like you just put up like a white sheet and then you project on it from the inside and it'll show like Santa Claus inside your house like
Really?
working. But then they have them like they're usually a Christmas Halloween
Yeah.
one. So like you
That'd be 2025.
Okay, we're gonna.
could,
this is-
2025 set that one out this year.
Yeah.
Big things coming.
I got
Big things coming next
I
year.
got a lot going on.
You're figuring it out really well, though. It's good. It looks.
I got to learn how to put them because I think you can turn them on that make it go to music too.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really?
Yeah, I can.
right.
I can start putting a little something.
Little-
something.
Yeah, we can have seasonal music,
Thought
seasonal
about putting it
lighting.
to Rocky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be rocky other than Halloween and Christmas, probably.
So what's been going on? So what did I already say?
Well,
I said welcome to Shine. Yeah.
You did say welcome to the shine.
So
Talked about
birthday
the house
birthday
lighting.
week. Yeah,
Birthday week is over.
So last
Birthday
Thursday
week is
so,
over.
Yeah. So Friday was
Friday was the actual day. It was awesome.
turned
It was
50.
turned 50. Gosh, doesn't feel like it. I'm sure everybody says that at every age, but this was a big one for me. I don't know why. It's the first time I've ever felt like, oh, wow, this is kind of a big deal. But I feel great, so it was good. Thank you for my birthday dinner both nights. I had 2 awesome birthday dinners.
We cooked all day. Or I cooked all
Yeah,
day.
not we. There's no we in
There
that
was-
part
there was
either.
no we.
Yeah, no
I know, I don't
we.
know
You
I
cooked
don't know
all
why
day.
it took so long, but
You
it
made me like a super nice breakfast, and then I
That's
had a
right,
shake
yeah.
for lunch.
then we had boys over, so I
And
did
oh yeah,
steak
Dante had some friends over, so you made steak for them
twice.
twice in 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then I had awesome
Eggplant
dinner, eggplant parm with fresh eggplant from Reams Farm.
And you had butternut squash pepper soup,
Yeah, it was awesome. Also
homemade. Yeah.
homemade.
I
And
made the base out of the fillet.
oh, you did? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Plus filet,
Yep.
plus homemade from
Oh, yeah.
scratch
Oh, yeah.
lemon poppy seed cake.
That was
He's not a baker, he
not a
says.
big-
So
It turned out okay.
it
though.
turned out really good. I thought it was really good.
I haven't had Thought it
Yeah.
had all presented. I had it.
Yeah. The only downside, if there was a downside, because it was really good. The downside was I didn't realize until the next night that what I asked you to make wasn't actually what I wanted.
Yeah.
So that was on me. I didn't realize that the poppy seed cake I grew up on having for my birthday that my mom used to make and our
this a
family always
poppy
made was poppy seed that actually comes in a can. It's like a poppy seed filling in a can that you make the cake with. Not the actual like poppy seeds in the like spice jar poppy seeds.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
the actual like That would have been useful.
Well, I would have been
information.
used but I didn't have the information until the next day.
It's really
so
great information to have that I was making it from not even having it in a
I
bowl.
should have just referred you to my mom to get the recipe, but you didn't.
But you got a lemon
I didn't.
poppy
I
seed.
got a lemon poppy seed cake. It was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, it's good.
We'll have to try the other one though sometime soon. We'll get the recipe and we'll
Dante
try it.
had his first JV game, which went great.
Yeah,
Saturday morning.
football game.
Yeah, that was good. He's coming along.
He played good.
Yeah, he's coming along. He's
Awesome.
Yeah,
getting some hits and yeah, just
he took
Going-
some hard hits.
Yeah.
and he also caught a few passes, so it was
good,
good. He's
yeah.
gaining confidence on the field, which is fun to watch.
right. And then
And we went to Cleveland on
went to
Saturday.
Cleveland on
night.
Saturday. Where'd we go?
We went to a
Mallorca.
place called Mallorca. It was
That's in
it's like
Spain,
a-
right? Mallorca is in
Mallorca is an island off the coast of Spain.
Spain? Okay.
Yeah, Spanish island, and it's well, the restaurant was all Spanish.
It's really
tapas.
good. If you're in Cleveland, go. It's
Yeah, it was so good. It
We
was
didn't do
on
like the
West Six.
We didn't do like the
think.
West Ninth.
Well, West Ninth, yeah, West Ninth, which was
We did do like so. You know what a tapa place is? Not top, not topless. Tapa.
No, I'm not gonna.
I know what
you
you
guys
should
were
look-
talking about it last week, and you kept saying, "I'm like, are they just going to a topless?"
Somebody
place?
else has said that
so
too. Who
funny.
just said that?
Somebody else,
Your
yeah,
sister or no? who
no,
was
my
it?
sister. No, I sent a message to our friend Heather, and I voiced a message and said she's called and said happy birthday. What are you up to for your birthday? And I voiced messaged her back and said, oh, we're going to Cleveland. We're going to this awesome tapas restaurant. And she told my son that we were going to a topless restaurant.
Yeah, I was like,
And he
that-
was like the whole family's going to be there. I kind of doubt we're going to a
mean, I'm
topless
good with that.
place.
I mean,
I'm sure you are. But no, tapas is like small plates. I don't know. I guess that's what it means. Small plates. So, but we did family style, so it was a kind of little bit different, but it was so good.
A
It
lot
was,
of food.
It was like Spanish from Spain,
So we ordered it like I pre-ordered, so that way they just started coming out with stuff, and it was like literally
calamari,
shrimp.
shrimp.
It was
Have you ever had paella?
paella. It was good. Yeah.
Paella is so good. It's like served. It's usually served in this pan like as big as the table, and it's like a cast iron pan.
It's real thin. It's about that thick of a pan.
And it's got rice that has saffron.
Saffron,
So the rice looks yellow from the saffron, and then lots of different seafood like scallops and mussels and clams, and there was some kind of sausage in this one, right?
Yeah,
I didn't eat
just
that.
typical.
It was really, really, really good. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was good. Yeah.
great.
The
Great
service
time.
was
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
The atmosphere was awesome. We had a great
It was
time.
fun.
Yeah, I'd go back there for sure.
Yeah, and
Mallorca and Cleveland.
So definitely get there. And then that's about it. Move it into this week. What else we got going on?
I feel like this week has flown by. It's already Thursday. I don't know what happened this week already. School started. School started yesterday. Dante started yesterday, and then he doesn't go today. So they're doing this like staggered start thing. So half the classes go.
I don't understand.
I know. I don't think you have to understand it though. It's okay. So half the classes went yesterday, and then those kids have today off, and then the kids that didn't go yesterday go today, and then they all go tomorrow.
Yeah, all you young
So-
kids, you guys like I remember we didn't have no like pre-orientation. Like we had to go there at school to get to walk around and see all their like
They
rooms. and
had
get their
that when
homework.
you went to school. You just probably didn't go. I'm sure they did it.
All the nerds went.
I was always there. But it was also a good time to like see everyone, right? You hadn't seen a lot of people all summer.
Yeah.
No?
See, but there's something about just showing up to school and like,
Yeah.
I'm figuring this out.
Figure it out.
Figuring this out. That was him.
I'm gonna walk into
For
class
sure.
late a couple times, but it's okay.
Yep. First day, no, don't matter. First week, don't matter.
Well, Nick, have you ever gone like sat in a class and then they're doing like attendance and then your name isn't called and you're like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I did that in college a couple times. Like it was.
I
first
got on
day
the
of
wrong
class.
place.
I got on the wrong plane once, and they were announcing, "Oh, we're going." It was different back in the old days.
Wait, how did you?
Well, back then you didn't even have to like show a ticket. Like
Well,
literally.
I don't know how. Well, I wasn't with them then. That was
So we got on this plane. They didn't scan them. It was a paper ticket, so they kind of look at it. And we went to. I graduated from chiropractic school. We went to Mexico with a friend of mine, and so we go into Mexico City, and a good friend of mine who's passed away now, but him, he was from Guatemala, and his wife at the time uncles, and they were really political. So they lived in Mexico City, and he was like a liaison to Guatemala, and it's like it was crazy. Like went into this house right in Mexico City, is on our way back to Chicago. I mean, there's like presidents. He's like with Reagan, Nixon, all these guys. I mean, all these old like U.S. all over the place. It was like a
Really?
oh yeah, it was like a crazy.
And you guys are just college
And we just graduated from
down there to
chiropractic school.
celebrate.
Yeah, to celebrate. We went to Acapulco. Anyways, we come back, we go to eat it, and we both get sick. At least a joy. Both of us get sick, right? So we're sick, and we're trying to fly him from Mexico City to Chicago. And so things are delayed. We're sitting there. We go rushing on this plane, right? And we're in the back. We sit down, and we're like, oh, we made it. Good. We're sitting there, and Austin like, okay, we're on our way to California. Flight will be. We're like, California? They're like, yeah. We're like, we call the stewardess like, we're going to Chicago. They're like, this ain't the right plane. I think it's so we had to
We're
run.
not taking you
we
to
had to
Chicago.
run out of that one. They called. We had to run down the airport to find our plane. We barely got on that. So we barely got on that one.
You made it?
We barely made it, yeah, because we both had had a restroom break because that's how bad it was. It was a terrible flight because we were so sick.
Oh my
We
gosh.
had food poisoning, and it was literally. But yeah, so got on the plane, and literally they say that, like,
Yeah, that'd be like a panic moment. Well,
Yeah.
what are the chances you sat in some seats at like
That nobody else
Yeah,
had,
no one
right?
else had to
Right.
be like, hey, those are our seats.
yeah, nobody
Yeah.
said, yeah.
So do you know what year that like?
It was 1996.
So like,
It was a while.
'cause I've always heard like pre 9/11, everything was so
It was so
with
different.
security and like airports were completely different and like
Yeah. There was no real security. I don't remember.
No,
security.
you used to better go in. You can meet somebody out of the gate when they walk out of the thing, and
Yeah.
you didn't have to have a ticket to get in.
to be in the airport. Like if we dropped you off at the airport,
We could walk up to the gate.
walk in and sit at the gate with you until you got on the plane.
You had to go through security and all
Yeah.
that. Like I mean, it was nuts. I mean, my sister booked a flight when I was at Ohio State. I don't know why she booked it. She booked me a flight. I went to see Johnny Carbone in Connecticut. So I
Okay.
did this Connecticut for a couple of days to Florida for a week, and she booked it in her name. So I'm going to see Johnny. So I dress up to go see Johnny. So I have like had a sport jacket on. I was dressed up nice
Yeah.
and checked in my bags, used that ticket, right?
That says Lisa.
Says Lisa on it, no problem, go through. I'm coming home from spring break. I got cut off jeans, a Ohio State t-shirt on. Look, I probably was hungover. And they're like, you can't, they're like,
You
"Who's
can't use
Lisa?"
this ticket.
I'm like, how do you think I got here? They're like, you can't. I mean, totally, it was crazy, but I think it's all because of how I was dressed.
Really?
Yes.
yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was like, I
could've
looked like,
been.
I looked like kind of like maybe a business guy or a young
Yeah.
business
Young
kid.
professional. Yeah.
Going to Connecticut, and I looked like a spring breaker.
Yeah. On the way home.
Come from Florida, so I had to get Mike Bose. We drove home.
They really didn't let you on the plane at all. For
No,
Sure.
and I didn't have the money to pay for another ticket, so I had to call the guys that dropped me off. I hurry up, called them quick. Said, "You got to come back."
I'm getting in the car with you.
We crammed into a Corolla, like literally 2 seats like this for 20-something hours
Oh my god.
driving home. Oh, it was terrible. The only good thing was, like, you probably don't remember, but Christian Leitner, I think his name was there at the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
So March was about spring break, and he hits we were listening to it on the way home, and he hits a last second shot. They show it to him. He turns around and fires it up, and I
Or
forget
what
who he
school?
beat.
It was like
Christian Leitner played for like Duke or something.
Duke or UNC. I think.
UNC, something
Yeah.
like that. But it was absolutely crazy. But anyways, yeah. So that was back well, actually 9/11. It started changing before that though.
I don't remember. Don't
think.
test my memory.
But it got
obviously
worse,
that
yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
The strict security and not getting in and all that has been since 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but just interesting how you dress. So if you don't think first impressions matter, they do.
Yeah. It's true.
You only get
And
how many
people
first impressions you get.
One.
Well,
Yeah, but you're so
people
smart.
definitely prejudge, I think.
Oh yeah.
Definitely prejudge based on how
Yeah.
you look. Hmm.
And that's bad. I get it, but it is.
And
what
then
it
some
is.
of it's how you look, and then also some of it's how you carry yourself. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, if you walk in like you know the place, no one says a word.
Yeah.
No.
But if you, yeah.
Well, I've seen that all the time. Like people do that. Like they'll it's not good. It's definitely illegal, but they'll break into sports games by just being like they'll walk or a guy will be like, how long can I stay in this MLB stadium after they close? And he just
Yeah.
walks around like he knows where he's going, and
Right.
like nobody.
Right. Nobody questions. And it's the attitude and like the posture you take, and then people just don't say anything until eventually somebody's going to say something eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, there was a guy that Texas A&M, I think it was the Alabama game I was at. He was just a kid and did that, just walked right in. Next thing you know, he's in the locker room at the end of the game.
Really?
And, and he's taking videos of he's in the locker room at the end of the game. He was just some kid that, kind of went
There was
viral.
just so much chaos happening.
Well,
that
but he literally
walked
just,
in like
just
he knew what
walked
he was
in like
doing.
he was
Yeah.
doing, and no one said a word to him, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, there's so many extra people around at that time that,
that's all you got to do.
we're not promoting that, but
We are promoting it.
we are not promoting that.
I'm promoting. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
I know, always. And how
I promote that all day long.
oh my gosh.
I'm telling you,
I know. It's true.
knowledge
You're
is
right.
good, but I also think like
Your network and people who you know. will
network
get you.
is currency.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
People don't realize like having a good network is as important as being very smart
Yeah.
and not having a network.
Well, yeah. You may or may not get the chances either way, but your chances are better with the network of people than.
I see it. So it's like that is the music industry. Like,
Yeah.
I see people out performing all the time, and I'm like, how are you out here playing? Like in my head, I'm like, I wouldn't if I heard this guy and I was booking this venue,
Right.
I wouldn't book this guy.
Yeah.
But it's like he must have knew someone who
Yep.
was like, hey, sure, you can play.
Yep.
Right. Have you seen Corey Feldman from Goonies?
Yeah.
Have you seen him playing?
Oh no. Oh wait, I have. Yeah, I did. I just saw that.
So my question
Plays
is,
music?
oh my goodness,
Bad music?
oh my goodness, it's so bad.
Really?
And he's like a TikTok, like
Phenom?
yes, well, I don't know if he's a phenom, but he's Corey Feldman. I mean, he
So
was
he had fame before he did this.
yeah. But I'm saying like my question, and that's what I was going to ask Devin. It's good. I'm glad we brought that up. My question is, can't you auto tune? I mean, this band sounds really bad. I mean, I don't think they sound good, and maybe it's just the way they're TikToking
Might be
it
your
and
preference.
showing all the. Can you play that? Can we get music on? Can you show that?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Just
let's
look up
see.
Corey Feldman and playing music, and honestly, you tell me. Let's get a little vote
Really?
here. And I think to myself, can't we auto tune it? Even as backup singer, like I don't know if it's just the way their production,
Yeah.
because I can't believe they're that bad.
I don't know.
Unless he's making them that bad. I don't know.
Is
But
it
it's
like part of the shtick or what?
I don't know.
Well, it could be like most of the time it's like the artists are being like, no, I don't need it. Like, don't.
Oh.
And I can see him doing that, so maybe that's what
Yeah.
it is.
It's
I
almost
don't
like this
need the
weird
auto-tune.
cocky thing where it's like, I don't need it. I'm too good.
But I
Yeah.
think I could. Like, I have a terrible voice, and I think autotune could make me sound good.
At least bearable.
I think it could.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't you
I
think?
don't know.
You think autotune could make me sound good singing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to.
Well,
be
and
able to
like
sing.
if any big artist performing live, there's autotune there,
Right.
like all the time.
except
yeah.
for a Swifty, she's
No,
no,
100% there is.
no way she does not.
100%.
I don't believe it.
You're a Swiftie.
She's a
Nick's
Swifty.
the Swifty.
I am not a Swifty.
I'm not a
Even though
Swiftie, but I really do
even
like
though
her.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think what she's created is pretty amazing. I think I don't know all the music and all the albums and all that stuff. So I don't know if I'm like officially allowed to be a Swiftie, but I'm just impressed by her and like what she's able to create and the community and the culture.
Okay, we gotta be careful here. I don't want to get.
Oh yeah, we can't get booted.
Well, I don't think it's his stuff.
I already got there. I already got the point with that. That was pretty rough.
That's what I'm saying.
That was.
That definitely needed.
I wish
3
you could
bars.
show like, can you show them like dancing? Can we do that on our thing or no?
Yeah.
Are we
Hold
allowed?
on.
Like you gotta see. Have you seen it?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Watch this. Yeah.
Okay.
Devin's gonna hook it up.
We got, yeah.
Does this allow people to see
How
it?
did you find this?
Because it just comes.
You just
up.
watch YouTube a lot and you get all kinds of crazy videos.
It just comes on my feed.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
Let's see. Right now we're really getting into more.
Well, so then, like that happens. Like gosh, there's a guy, I forget his name. He's like a really popular like pop artist, a Spanish guy. But he like there's videos of him singing like terribly.
Oh, really?
Like now the Stand By Me is pretty funny too.
The problem we're gonna.
That's Jerry Old. Yeah. Like,
I don't want to get.
oh, right there. Yeah, just one of those. Yeah, that one right
hold
there.
on, let me
That second one
get
in
it so
there.
they can see it too.
Okay.
I mean, if YouTube.
Yeah, give me a
flags us,
second here.
They can't flag us for a Corey Feldman infraction, can they?
Oh, 100%.
I'm sure they would.
Can they really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's all based on the audio.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah.
all based on the audio.
Well, we're not using this for our monetary, but this is absolutely horrendous.
Okay, that's him. just
That's
playing
him on
guitar.
stage.
Yeah. But
Look
he,
at that, cutie.
Wow. Why is he dressed like
Oh
that?
yeah, look at him. Yeah, look at his outfit. Yeah, here it is. That's good. He's like a little.
All right.
You see, all right. So
That's enough.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, he's like a little mini Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
or wants to be.
Want to be Michael Jackson?
But I was listening to it the other day. I'm like, why don't we auto tune this thing?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't.
I think it's a
Needs it.
choice.
It's a
I think
choice. It is a choice.
I mean,
But isn't there somebody saying like, God, you're really bad?
they don't, dude. When you're a diva,
They don't.
there's no changing.
They don't care.
Yeah.
No, he could be like he's probably tone deaf. Like he probably is like I sound amazing and like I don't care. Like
Right.
I'm
Or
gonna be
I am
real-
who I am. I don't care.
I mean,
Yeah.
also he doesn't have to care.
Right,
'Cause
he doesn't
everyone
have
already
to
knows
care.
who he is.
Yeah. He's already famous. Wow. All right. So there's another end of the spectrum that I just saw. Did you see that Chris Helmsworth played drums,
yeah.
at an Ed Sheeran concert?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
He
thought that was
practiced
awesome.
just for that.
Just for that. So he did a whole series on Disney Channel, I think,
Yeah.
or National Geographic, one of those, where he's working with people on like longevity and, well, it goes along with our topic today, getting out of your comfort zone. So I watched the first series. There was maybe 5 or 6 episodes, and he did all kinds of things that were way out of his comfort zone. He was like up on this crane over this gorge, and he had to walk out to the end and walk back, and then climb up a rope, and I forget, a walk on a volcano.
Didn't he
I
fast?
think.
Didn't he fast?
Fasted for so many days.
How many
Yeah,
days?
so I think it was 4.
Yeah.
It was 4 days.
He's kind of crying a lot, wasn't he?
Not really.
No. He's
No.
pretty tough guy. His drumming was cool.
No, it was good. So I think that's what this is maybe part of, like doing another series on that. But so he practiced the drums, learned the drums. No, not only just practiced the drums. I don't think he played the drums before. But learned the drums, played the drums, and then did it on stage at an Ed Sheeran concert. And then at the end of the concert, Ed Sheeran was like, "Oh, by the way, the guy in the drums is actually Chris Helmsworth." And I just thought that was like, dang, that's
But
pretty,
wouldn't they know
that's
that?
a
Because
bold,
wouldn't they know that?
bold-
Because didn't you say that he never has people on stage?
Well,
with him?
that's not true. For the concert that I saw last summer, he said, I hardly ever have anybody join me on stage. But he said, there's a couple things because of this concert tour I'm doing. I do have a couple songs that I wanted a full band for, but they were not on the stage. They were like
off the side
off to the side, kind of. So
in the
way
orchestra,
it was.
in the
No.
orchestra pit.
No, they were on, but they were like,
There could be an
so the
orchestra
drummer
pit.
was over there and another guitarist. So they were like separated. They weren't like, it wasn't a traditional like he's in front and the band was behind him.
Evan didn't know. I didn't know what an orchestra pit is.
You
I
didn't
do.
know?
I do know.
You do know. Yeah, you
I
should
didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
You don't know. You're a music guy.
I thought you just said I didn't know. I do know.
You do know.
Yeah.
But you didn't think I knew. But
I think
did
you
know.
knew. I think that's pretty.
Did you know
that's
that I
common
knew?
knowledge island a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
You think?
Oh, orchestra, like that's every like most high schools have a pit.
Pit.
What high school have you been into?
Norwalk
a
had
pit.
one.
Really?
Yeah, we had an orchestra pit.
Newark High School?
Yeah,
Yeah. What about
Our
St.
little-
Paul? How is St. Paul's pit?
I have no idea. I've never been.
No, they probably don't have one.
Probably not.
You
They
rich,
well, no, they use the
rich
Norwalk
public
one.
They used the
probably.
Norwalk one.
you
right?
rich public kids. You know?
Dude, what do you mean? St. Paul. They're the rich kids.
Oh, you always like to start drama.
That's so funny.
All right.
So at the Calvert Catholic High School in Tiffin, Ohio, we do not have an orchestra pit.
we don't have an orchestra. No,
No, we don't.
never had one.
But you've been to well, you don't like to go, so I don't take you that much.
I've been to plays.
You've been to a couple
I saw
plays where
Wicked.
there's an orchestra pit. You did see Wicked?
Yes, I went to Wicked with you, and I saw the one with the
And you
other
saw
one.
Aladdin.
The worst one ever is Cats.
Oh, yeah. He did not like Cats.
You seen Cats?
No.
Cats is the worst play you've. And I'm going to ruin it for everybody. I don't care. Okay, the whole time you think Cats is all about this angelical cat, and you think, good, that's going to be awesome, like to be the angelical cat. You die when you did it. The whole thing is about this cat dying. It was terrible. It's like the cat wanted to be angelic, and that's the whole thing. And it's like his life's gonna be better. Blah blah blah. The next thing you know, the damn cat died.
Dang, spoiler alerts.
I know.
It's probably been out a long time.
Don't
It's
watch
been out
that.
forever.
Do
Oh
not
my
watch.
God.
It's terrible. I was
It
like
was the
totally.
funniest.
It totally really
When
bothered me.
at the end, when the bridge with the light at the end came out, and Nick was like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "What do you think is happening?" He's like, "I think the cat's dying. Is this cat dying?"
I can't believe the cat died. Who would do that?
And then you were really mad.
I know.
Still
I was
mad.
like, I'm still mad about it.
I know.
Like,
Well, I remember when the movie came out.
Yeah.
It got like it was miserable. Like I remember
Really?
the ratings because it was the one late night host was in it, British guy. But like the movie, I guess the play, everyone loves the play.
Right. The play is pretty
Is
iconic.
it a musical?
Yeah, it's a musical.
But like they did a
And the-
movie, like a movie, and it got like bad review. It
Yeah.
was miserable.
bunch of Rotten Tomatoes.
I do think it's hard to. I don't know. Musical theater is hard to recreate on
This is
a
a bad.
movie
It's
screen.
just not a good thing. I'm sorry.
You didn't like the ending. That's all. The
It's-
music.
well, no, I
was
didn't like the
good.
fact that this thing was all it wanted to do is be angelic, and they don't. I don't think it really knew it. Am I saying the right word?
Angelic was a Jellicle cat.
Angelical
but if
cat.
you say angelic, though, it all makes sense. It wanted to be angelic, and then it crossed the little light bridge, and
Then you put the
Made
O,
it.
then you put the O at it, and it's dead. I don't think it really knew it either. That's the other
I
bad
don't
thing.
think so.
I don't think the cat knew that's what was going to happen
I
to
think
it.
so. I think they all knew.
Anyways, if you-
19%.
I think you're the
If
only
you're
one that
watching
didn't
this
know.
thing, if you're watching this, dude,
You're a
I'm just,
Cats fan.
I don't even really like cats.
Oh, don't say that on the internet.
Oh, I
They're
know.
coming
That's
for
a
ya.
bad.
They
thing
gonna come
to
for
say.
me?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
the cat people.
yeah.
I love
just-
cats.
Devin's setting the record straight. Thank you, Devin.
It's just not my preference.
I understand. We're not going to talk about cats, though.
I'm not talking mean about a cat, but I felt bad for this one cat.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
I know.
That's my point.
Empathetic
Did.
Nick.
He was. He did not. He felt really
Maybe I
bad.
just haven't met the right cats yet.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe.
You don't even give him a chance. That's
Well, the black
problem.
ones freak me out because I think that's a person. I think all black cats are like people.
Really?
Oh yeah, it freaks me out. I don't even
Is
like.
that from like watching Hocus Pocus or
It
something?
might be. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
just don't like black cats. I'm like really freaked out about.
Really?
The way they look at you, the way they just look at, they want to rip your face off.
Well, and isn't there like
Wasn't it? What was the animal thing? The Pet Cemetery? Weren't they mean cats?
Oh.
There's something. There's another one. Who's the mean?
Cemetery was.
There's a horror film that they were cats.
You're like scarred from childhood cats.
Yes, I
and-
think
and
so.
Horror.
'Cause I look at
films.
their
They have
eyes and they-
nothing to do with real life
I
cats.
feel like they want to just like rip my heart
It has
out
nothing to do with real
and
life.
eat it.
cats.
I don't know.
They're
But anyways,
very nice.
that's not. There's some horror film, but the people were cat people.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and they ate everybody. It was terrible. But cats maybe.
See,
Don't
need
inbox
to
me that I
get
don't
your-
like. Don't inbox me that I don't like cats.
you need to have.
Devin made me.
Maybe
say
we
it.
should get a cat. Maybe we should get a cat.
You're allergic to cats.
I know. I just can't touch them.
Yeah, so who's gonna have to?
yeah?
touch
What
it?
a miserable life for that cat.
No, don't get me wrong.
Cat, I can't touch.
Don't
him.
get me
I
wrong. I
know.
think the cats are pretty
I
much.
grew up with a cat and I couldn't pet
We
him.
kind of have a cat and our dog. I think he was a cat in his. I think Ezra's a cat in his past life.
Really?
He's like really independent. Really doesn't need anybody.
Yeah.
Wants to get pet every once in a while, but other than that, just leave him alone.
Yeah.
That's what cats are.
Hides under the bed a lot.
They're pretty independent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's your justification.
Yeah, I want something that kind of likes me. I
Yeah.
don't want to work at it.
Something that
I have to work at it as it is. I don't want to have to work with my animals.
you want the unconditional love from the
Yes.
dog, no matter what.
Like, no matter what I do, that dog,
Loves you.
Adrian loves me.
Yep,
Adrian,
that's true.
no matter what happens, how long I've been gone,
That's
Adrian
true.
is there. Like you pet Adrian, she's like her tail's wagging.
Yep.
You look at her, tail's wags. It's like that. It's like it's very.
The
It's,
minute you walk in the door,
it's not a
you
lot of
got
work. I love it. Cats, you got to really work at.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
You know, do you
You
really
haven't
want to
had
work
a
at it?
cat. You've never had a cat. Did you ever have a cat growing up?
Wait, they had the barn cats. They were maybe that's an odd thing. They used to. I don't like that. Thing. I don't like that. What?
Well, sure. If they're
Well, that
probably
was-
mad they lived outside in a barn.
Those weren't pets. Those were just barn cats.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it someday.
No, we
Someday.
won't. I don't think we will.
A lot of people say like cats are a little easier because you can leave a cat for a week.
Yeah,
And it'd be okay. But like a dog, you absolutely
you
couldn't
can do that, right?
Well, yeah.
Cats are a lot more self-sufficient.
Well, dogs live for their owner, which I love dogs. But cats, they care about themselves the most.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, so do we. So
right.
why can we judge them?
Exactly. Exactly.
You're there like such a suck up today. Jesus.
Such a sucker.
I love cats, by the way. Just for I'm putting the record straight.
Yes.
So
You don't even.
I don't want the heat.
I'll take the heat. Give it
you're
all. Give me all the smoke. Give
You're
it to
funny.
me. Let's go. So, all right, we're going to talk about the comfort zone.
Okay. I think we're talking about the opposite of comfort zone today, mostly, right? Get out
Yeah.
of your comfort zone.
Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
Is that what you're?
Well, you got to grow. You have to get out of your comfort zone to grow.
Right.
Growth from comfort zone to growth zone. I think that's what we had.
That's your title.
Is that our
From
title?
Comfort
Yep,
zone to
it
growth
is.
zone. Right. So you got to get uncomfortable to grow.
People don't like that.
No, I mean you're people.
I'm a people.
Like we are people. We don't. No, most people don't seek out discomfort.
Yeah, I don't. I'm comfortable in some things.
Yeah.
Some things I don't want to get out of my comfort zone.
Hey, let's do yoga after this.
Hmm.
30 minutes of yoga after this.
Day's ruined.
I know, right?
Can't.
That just does not sound like fun.
I know.
Well, you do, but you're the same thing. Okay, let's go for a 2-mile run.
Right. No, I'm not denying that I'm gonna
Let's
put
put
up a
pack
fight about
on.
it.
Let's go and I don't even like it. Like I don't like running. I don't like any of that stuff.
I know. So what do you? Okay.
But
what
I
do
do
you-
it
what-
because it feels good at the end.
at the end, right?
You know what I
So
mean? But comfort zone, yeah, I think you have to get. It's hard. I mean, it is hard to pick things that make you uncomfortable.
it is.
I'm okay. See, I guess that's the thing too. Is like I'm okay with being uncomfortable, like physically. I guess maybe that's not really uncomfortable for me anymore.
Right, because you.
I mean, it sucks. It hurts and it's all that kind of stuff. But it's not like.
but it doesn't make you like scared or anxious or nervous or
No.
yeah.
Not at all. That's a bad thing.
But if I sat you down on the yoga mat for 5 minutes, you would be freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. Where you like,
You get claustrophobic.
see, it's like a, and but that's like that
Close
reaction.
your eyes. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Dude.
I hate that. Okay. Here, connect with the earth. What does that mean?
he's. We're
Yoga
so
people don't
different.
get on me. I don't want no yoga people getting on me either. So
I'm working on it. I've been working on it for a long time with them. But
I know.
so, what do you want to say about comfort zone?
Well, I think it's to me is like I do have to seek other, like to get the things that you looked at or your gut says don't do it. You should do, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like it scares you, do it.
Right.
I mean, I think that's your guide.
So
If
how
you're
do you,
afraid of it,
like do
lean
it
into
anyway.
it. Lean into
it. Yikes.
it's the only way you can grow.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, if you don't like to speak, well, so you guys, Accountant, your favorite movie is not John Wick.
I know it's not John Wick. I don't get the accountant confused with John Wick. I get the accountant confused with the gentleman. I know who John Wick is.
Who's John Wick?
Keanu Reeves.
Okay. Who's the accountant?
I don't know. It's either Ben Affleck or Matthew McConaughey.
Ben Affleck.
Don't know.
Ben Affleck. He is such an unhappy guy. You see him lately? Him and J-Lo just don't need to be together.
I didn't even know they were. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah, he's just unhappy. Anyways, in
Anyway.
that show, he was basically he's an autistic kid. Really high
Right.
functioning. And his father's a military guy.
Okay.
And so his father believed in, so he taught him, that's how he became a badass.
Taught him what?
Because-
Martial arts?
Yeah, everything. Like he said, the world is cruel. Okay, to him, we need to make sure that he can handle any of that. So he would make him like doing him and his brother. They went to like Japan and they were training with this karate guy. And the
Okay.
karate guy was like an older guy. And these kids are young. They're like 11, 12 years old.
Okay.
And so he's beating them up. I mean, smacking them and biting them. And the dad and the master says, that's enough. And the dad says, no, I'll tell you when it's enough. You got to peel back the layers to the point that they are uncomfortable enough that they would be comfortable in any situation. And so the kid says in
Kind of
Japanese,
extreme.
master, go ahead. And, so then, but he comes, then same thing. There's like, he gets bullied in France and his dad, he goes at the kids and there's 5 of them. And he's like, you either go handle it right now or you handle it with me. So he sends him out there and then he goes out there to take on the 5 kids. And then his brother goes on and they whoop them all. But so like, that's the thing, like being uncomfortable. Like,
Can we give an example that doesn't involve fighting?
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of examples, tons of examples.
I don't like the fighting example.
Like in Rocky has fighting.
Yes.
So,
I don't like the fighting.
well, but
examples.
that's just an example of that movie. But that's the same thing of getting uncomfortable. So I think the things are like, what are you uncomfortable with
right.
that you face? So is it talking to people? Is it meeting somebody new?
Well, that's a common one.
And it's like the more you do it,
Going to new places sometimes, meeting new people, sometimes being in a crowd of people. I've talked to a few people like that lately.
and well,
They
and
don't
also,
want to be in a crowd of people. They're uncomfortable. They're nervous. They get anxious.
So so the accountant also, that gets back to my point. Well, no, because here's the thing: he goes to a special place that the owner of it was like was dealing with autistic kids, and his daughter was really autistic. And he was saying like, there's like sensory rooms, and he says, and the dad's philosophy was this: if they have problem with lights, give them more lights until they become comfortable. If they have problems with loud music, give them more loud music till they get comfortable with that. Like to seek, if it's uncomfortable, to get through it, you have to do more of it.
I disagree with that. That's
You disagree with me? I cannot
That
believe
is
it. Have you heard her disagree with me?
Tim. That is a Hollywood representation. On
I don't
how
know.
to
Well,
help
that's
things.
it. That's just in that case. But okay, so what I'm saying is, I mean, that's extreme. But let's just say, like, you're afraid of public speaking. Do you conquer the fear by doing less public speaking or more public speaking?
Well, yes, I understand. Yes, you have to get over that, but there's also a gradient of, finding your way to public speaking. You don't just be afraid of public speaking and then seek out a stage to stand on. You have to like work your way up to it. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't think there's a maybe.
You think it's your way?
Of course I think it's my way.
So my way's wrong.
Well, I don't know if it's wrong. I just would say maybe less than 1% of the people could actually do it your way and not like create all kinds of extra trauma for themselves and like freak out worse.
So what I'm
It's like you have to, I think getting out of your comfort zone isn't like getting out of your comfort zone and dropping yourself on a new planet. You have to like, you get a little uncomfortable and then that's not bad. Then you get a little more uncomfortable and that's not bad. Then you stretch a little more and that's not bad. And you just keep that path going.
I don't disagree.
So that you're climbing gently one step at a time instead of just like taking a helicopter to a new planet where you're like foreign and uncomfortable and freaking out. Yeah, I do think that's the right way.
You do.
I do.
Hi, Tim. So that's good. Your way is the right way.
I knew you'd see it my way.
Of course. Yeah.
So do you think the best way for you to get over your discomfort with yoga is for me to take you to a 6-day yoga retreat where we meditate twice a day and do 2 hours of yoga in the morning and every night? Would you, if that's like what you're telling me, the easiest way for you to get over your discomfort with yoga is just to immerse yourself in a yoga retreat. Would
for
you
me,
do that?
So, okay, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yes, I do think if I really wanted that, yes, it'd be doing that. Get in and get it out and make it and hammer it through.
Okay.
The question is, what's my motivation to really want to do it?
Okay.
So I have to have, so like for me, I'd rather like, I just thought about this the other day. Okay, I did. I saw this guy that was a hole rat that was in Vietnam War.
Okay.
Right? They used the tunnel rat. You know what a tunnel rat is?
I don't know. I don't watch nearly as much YouTube as you watch.
So tunnel rat, it wasn't on YouTube. It was on something that came on Facebook. So tunnel rat, it was an article about a guy. A tunnel rat is somebody that they used to put him in the hole. Like in Vietnam, they would literally take their shirt, they'd go down there with a gun and go in these tunnels. And you didn't know what, like there'd be like the enemy would be down there, snakes would be down there. It was dark. And it was very close. It was like, have you seen spelunking?
Yeah. Please don't make the same analogy. Anyway, move on.
Well, no, but I'm saying like that freaks me out.
I know. I know that you're
Better,
claustrophobic.
but I've been watching more spelunking, and I'm less freaked. I used to not even be able to watch it.
So you need the next stage is to go to a cave?
No, but I thought to myself this. I said, I wonder if I was in the that's what I thought. I said, because I feel like I'm claustrophobic now, and I said, I wonder if thrown into that,
How would you respond?
how would I respond?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in that situation, like you're getting thrown in, I think you can respond. I think
When you don't have a choice, like it's life or death.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have it. You know what I mean? I think the problem is when you have the choice.
You just get out of the pool and get a Corona from the bar.
Yes.
That was our experience with
Yeah.
scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
Scuba diving. We tried to scuba dive in Jamaica a long
We
time
didn't
ago.
try to scuba dive. I didn't.
No, he put the mask on in the swimming pool, and in the 3 minutes I was under the water with the mask on in the swimming pool, he put the mask on, took the mask off, got out, went to the bar, got a Corona, and was like, "I'm out. I'm not
It's
doing
definitely
this."
claustrophobia.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
the nose thing. You know
claustrophobia.
why? Because I breathe properly. Y'all don't breathe properly. I breathe from my nose.
I know, but you can breathe out of your mouth. Like all humans haven't.
It's really bad for you.
It doesn't matter. It's like a
But no,
purposeful thing
I didn't
to keep
know
you
this.
alive when you're.
I didn't know this, but I noticed why I was claustrophobic because I like to breathe from my nose, which is proper breathing.
Okay.
And they were plugging my nose up.
I
It
know.
was really weird. And I was sitting down and I said, that it was true. I had a choice.
had
I
the choice.
I got down there. I'm like, this is really freaking me out. Do I really want to be out in the ocean and freak out? I said, I'm on vacation. There's no way.
I'm not
And
doing it.
The guy told me he was 6'4",
Right.
300-pound guy, Jamaican. We were at
We're in Jamaica.
A Jamaican guy says, "Man, you gotta sit down." I go, "I don't have to do anything. I'm on vacation." He goes, "You're a chicken." I said, "Call me a chicken. I'm gonna be a chicken drinking a beer over here." And he did call me a chicken, and he tried to goat me into it. I'm like, "This is no way." But yeah, so but that's a common thing they say to go through it. I chose
Right.
not to.
You chose not to.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Okay.
So
I
it's like-
understand that, but what you're telling me is that you should just take it on full force.
depending on what it is.
Okay.
So, okay, if you're never going to public speak, ever,
Then doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. I don't know.
So are you getting out of your comfort zone for the sake of getting out of your comfort zone, or are you getting out of your comfort zone for a purpose? Is that the
Yes, I guess
distinction?
I guess
I'm
there's
lost.
things. I guess there's things that, like, I think in life, okay, the public speak. If you want to do that, just more of help. If you're like, I want to be on a growth. I think that's the other thing. Do you really want to grow? There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with being comfortable. There's nothing
Where
wrong
you're
with
at. Yeah.
being where you're at and you love it and you like it. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like growth and I feel like challenging yourself and doing different growth things. I think is going to help you live longer. I believe.
Okay.
It depends on what you do. If you challenge yourself to like crazy things, maybe not. Okay. But I think being in a growth mindset will help your overall longevity,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, of who you are. And
I think that's accepted. Like the more you learn new things, especially as you're aging.
yeah. But I think you got to, some things you have to, people, what is it, like look it up. It's like what? Public speaking is like worse than death. People
Yeah.
fear it.
More people have more fear of public speaking than dying.
Right.
If you poll generally.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is
it's
crazy.
Yeah.
So like that's a simple way to like speak at your church, speak somewhere else, do something,
Yeah.
I do think there,
So Tim says talking to new people is his struggle.
yeah. So you have to break that down. And I think to overcome that is to start talking to people.
Right.
And you will
You have
eventually, you may, here's the thing. I think people mistake fear, okay, for not doing it, because that doesn't mean that fear will ever go away.
Okay. You don't think it will? Or it might or might not?
It might or might not. There's a lot of things I think if you're afraid to walk up to people, it's like, it's our business, what we do. We talk to new people and rejection. People you're fearful of rejection. You're not really fearful of talking to the new person probably. You're probably more fear of the rejection or whatever they're going to give you.
Yeah. Or judgment or whatever. Yeah.
So that's.
But I think that's yeah. But my strategy would be to find like more comfortable people to talk to, like groups of people that have similar interests. And then you start showing up at, it's a new place or new people, but maybe they have similar interests to you. So you have a common ground to talk about. And so you're not just like,
I'm not saying going into
around.
the piranhas and going to like people that are mean and
yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys got to do,
But
the
you
overall
have to
principle,
jump
you
in
have
the
to
water.
do the thing that you're afraid of.
It's like people
Or do the thing that makes you uncomfortable.
like a cold tub. People get scared, and even like there's times in there I really don't want to get into a cold tub. I'm like, what am I afraid of?
Right.
It's cold.
Right.
Cold's not going to kill you. It could kill you, but
You're not going to stand there long enough for that.
But that's the thing. Like, I think that's where that comfort is. We're taught to be comfortable. Let's get all the kids comfortable with which rooms they're going to go into. Let's let them meet their teachers. Let's let them make sure the books are all in their thing. Oh, let's give them half day off because we don't want them all to go at the same time.
Maybe that's not
Comfort.
about comfort.
Comfort.
So what's wrong with that?
You tell me.
I don't think anything. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think it's a great idea.
To be comfortable?
Oftentimes, yes. I think it's important to be comfortable most of your time. And then you have to like maybe get uncomfortable sometimes, but you can't be uncomfortable all the time because your nervous system is going to like frazzle. Hi, Lex.
Hello, Lex.
We're getting along great today here, Lex.
We're the in-laws.
The in-laws. Oh.
So you're trying to tell me what you're saying right now is you're telling people in your audience, you're telling people to get comfortable.
I'm saying
Our whole talk was from the comfort. What the hell are we talking about? I thought we were in agreement on this.
we must not be.
I think you brought it up before. It depends what you're talking about. If you're just talking about your claustrophobia fear, is this affecting your life and things like, is it stopping you from doing things you have to do?
Right.
If that's the case, then maybe you do need to take steps to get uncomfortable to then live your normal life.
Yeah.
But like if someone has a fear of heights and it doesn't affect their everyday life in any possible way, then like,
What does it matter?
why would they have to go skydiving? Like,
Right.
I don't think, and maybe you would. I think that's fine because you like that feeling. You always want to push yourself. But like if you like to be comfortable, I don't think there's maybe anything wrong with that.
Right.
They might live longer because they have less stress.
See? I agree. I think both is important. I think it's important to be comfortable often and to have routine and things that you can rely on in your life and be comfortable.
You're
and
trying to say chaos is not good?
Chaos is not good. I live with chaos every day. Somebody here this morning, you came up the steps to come upstairs here, and somebody's like, "What's Nick mad about?" I go, he's not mad. He just stomps up the stairs like that on the daily. It's just Friday or it's Thursday. He's stomping up the stairs.
Awesome.
Yeah. They're like, what's he mad about? I'm like, he's not mad.
Why? Who would have thought I'd be mad?
Because the way you stomp up the stairs.
I run up the stairs.
I guess it was loud.
Some people are comfortable walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm not like here to like not be. I'm just running up there and get a little exercise. How'd this become about me?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I got two people against me here.
No, I think
You guys always side
agree on
together.
it.
I noticed that. You two.
Us two? Not always.
You two. Us two. Is it us two?
I have no idea.
I'm not The word police.
I'm not either. I don't know.
I'm definitely not. I don't have a command over the English language.
No,
So,
I'm bad at it. We just all agreed.
but I think comfort.
We did. The three of us
Yeah,
agreed.
we did agree. That's good. So, comfort is good,
Yes.
but I think there's too many people too willing to be comfortable all the time. It's like this. They go to the extreme of comfort.
I think that's
They veer away from anything that they like that they don't want to do. And I think we're getting that way. I mean, look with Dominic. You know, I was in this job thing yesterday, and they're talking about, hey, do you want to float
our
coals?
son is working with
Job coach.
a job coach to try and find a job.
And it's like, do you want to fold clothes all day? Oh, no, he doesn't want to fold clothes all day. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, great, we won't do that. What about an office? I don't want to be in office. Okay, no office space. It's like you
It
don't
was
know.
like
I guess
an immediate generalization to
Yes.
all things from one statement. It was like, okay, let's not be so general about like kicking out
yeah.
every single retail job from one statement.
But I also think that there's not going to be, no matter what he does, no matter what you do,
Well,
starting
he's
something new
uncomfortable.
he's uncomfortable just
He's
starting.
uncomfortable starting something new. So if you want to say, do you want to go to this new place with new people and be around them on a regular basis
He's gonna
and,
say
and
no.
learn a new job? He's going to say no
But
because
you say,
that
hey, you want to go have this? It's a fun place. People talk a lot. People hang out. They put stuff together. You have to do some inventory, and they'd be like, okay,
okay.
you're not
Or-
stuck in a cubicle. You're not stuck behind something.
Yeah.
You're,
But he's never going to say, sign me up for something new with new people in a new place.
right.
He'll never say.
But I think there's more of
But,
that
but
going
he
on.
understands. He does understand that it's important for him to try something, but it scares him and he's afraid to try something new.
Right.
So it's like,
How do you present it?
how do you present it?
Right.
And then how do you get there to start it and just make it make it as comfortable as possible to start, because if he goes somewhere new and he's already amped up and anxious and scared, and
No, and I get that, but I
then
think
he's going to be like, I'm out. This is not for me.
I think a too high of a percentage of people though, like avoid. Okay, this is hard. This is not comfortable. It must not be right.
I see what you're saying.
So people confuse hard, uncomfortable with
The wrong path.
the wrong path, and like because I feel
Okay.
like choosing.
Now you're making some sense. That's I was agreeing with you.
So, it's the way
That's logical.
I've been logical.
Great.
I've been logical this whole time.
I don't know, but now you're making sense.
So I'm saying like it's.
So if
Go
ahead. No, you say
you
it.
go ahead. You go ahead. You say it.
You're saying that people, if it gets hard or when it gets hard, people avoid the hard because they think that's a sign that that's the wrong path.
Yes.
So they should take a different path, or there wouldn't be so many obstacles in
Yes.
their path. Okay.
People think this, and I think I've seen it more lately. When I was a kid, it wasn't like that. It was like, it's going to be hard. Do it.
So have you read a book called The Obstacle is the Way?
Is there a big rock in it for fighting?
The analogy is the
Is there a
rock.
movie?
I'll ask the author to make a movie. That'd be
I will read
great.
that book.
Yeah, you should
have
read the
it?
book. I think I did it on Audible.
Is it about a rock?
It's the analogy is the rock, but it is not about a rock. It's about exactly what you're talking about. It's about
a
the
rock
obstacle
in
is the way.
Yeah.
The obstacle is the way. So just because there's an obstacle if there's a big rock in your path,
You gotta
does that
move it.
mean that you just take another path? Not necessarily. It means how do you find your way around around the rock, over the rock, move the rock? Right.
I like
Grab some friends, make a plan. Right.
I do.
So the obstacle is the way.
it.
You
So
would like that.
lean into it.
Lean into it. Figure out how to get through, over, around the obstacle, because what is in your way, like getting over that obstacle, getting through that obstacle is the way, is the path,
Right.
is the learning, is the growth, is the
And I
that
think
should be your next book.
That
The
will be my next
obstacle is the way.
so. I think I will be next book. We'll have to order it. So, yes, I like. We have to do that. That's growth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nature, right? So I believe nature is right. Nature's always been right, right? Nature will win.
Okay.
This earth
So
has been here
explain-
forever, right?
Explain what you mean.
Nature, if you look at animal, things are hard. Like I think we have to be so easy. Life in nature is hard. Like you know what I mean, like you think about it, like look at the butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay? Butterfly coming out is hard. It's a struggle.
But
You know what I
that's
mean,
like
it's on purpose.
necessary
Yes.
so that they can fly. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, animals live. I mean, and it's not about the weak, but it's more like it's there's things out there that nature like you just can't get around. Like it's gonna be, you know, I don't know, get like the lions and that kind of stuff. But it's like it's a balance,
Right.
right? And that you know there's a struggle and there's life, there's death, and there's struggle and there's always you know like they're looking for food. All you know, I mean, out there, you like you know if you're a giraffe and you're eating leaves, you're constantly eating leaves. You watch the thing, right? You're hunting, you're eating. They eat 90% of their time, right? Like there's a struggle out there.
Okay.
Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we got to be okay with the struggle.
Yeah.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck.
That's my favorite saying.
Is it really?
Yes.
Got me through college.
Yeah. The suck can be all kinds of
Yeah.
things, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They yelled at me all the time saying that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Embrace the suck. I do. I think
the
it's
suck.
it's. But that's the thing. You have to embrace that.
Right.
And don't. I think people. I don't want to say they're wrong because they're not. But I think they're missing a great opportunity when they don't go through the obstacle.
Right. And when things get super hard, the person you become to figure that stuff out, like, is worth it to figure that out.
Yes.
So when new things happens or things get really hard or whatever, and you have to do new things, act a new way, get creative, come up with some other solutions, all of that is important to your own personal growth.
Yes.
Like that, figuring that stuff out in the uncomfortable zone, like all of that solution oriented thinking and creative thinking is the growth that you need.
You are who you are because of the struggles.
Yeah,
Like you look at the person, it's the struggles in their life that made that person.
always,
Always.
always.
So why don't we want more struggles?
Because they suck.
I want more struggles.
Okay.
Well, do you think you could get to the point, let's say you're a young person, you embrace all these struggles. Is there like a point in your life where you're like, is there something to look forward to in that, where it's like one day there'll be no more struggle? I have to do this now.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to think, like they're like when you're young, you need to like
Is there a
don't sleep,
promise?
do all like you need to grind and do this thing, and then like I think what's scary for me is like I still see people who did that and they're
still, yeah.
But
But
maybe I just
see,
think
that's-
it's a part of life. I
Yeah.
don't.
But they're not. But I'll say this: those people, okay, have looked at the intangible as they're not happy inside. So it's a thing that they think is going to make them happy. It's this. They have to become happy inside. That's what it. Because you don't ever want to not have struggles. I don't ever want to have. I hear this all the time. Like you know, in business, like all these problems. I don't want any more problems. I want all the problems. Because the person that solves the problems is the person that gets paid. The person that solves the problems is the person, you want to be the go-to person. I always want to be the person that people go to that says, hey, I need help with this. Hey, I need a job. I need this. What can I do? How can I get hooked up with this? Can you take care of me here? That's what I want.
You are that person for
I
sure.
want that forever.
You are
because,
that person.
Because what that means is I'm bringing value somewhere,
Yeah.
right? And I'm able to connect. So I think the issue you just described is more of they're not happy inside. They think the girlfriend, they think the car, they think the money is going to make them happy. No, it's the process that makes you happy.
But also, I don't like the grind mindset.
Well, and I
can't
was just going to
stand
say
the
that.
grind mindset.
I think there's a different way to grind. That grind is like
Because we were there.
yeah, but we were more of time versus production. I'd rather have people like be big producers. But there's some times you don't have to sleep. There's some times that you have to give up, but it can't be 99% of the time.
Right.
Because then I think you lose who you are, and then it becomes you're you know what I mean, like you lost everything to get the money.
Right. You can.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's super common.
Yes,
Where you
so that's-
lose,
yes.
you know, people are so focused on their financial, their business, their career that they
Give up everything.
lose their family and they don't know their kids and they miss, you know, like they miss out on a lot of stuff. That's definitely not worth it.
No.
But I think it is. Like, that's maybe a way to put it. Like, the grind happens maybe in sprints, you know, where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I got to get through college. This sucks. It's, you know, You're not
But if you
maybe
looked at it,
grinding every day, but during exam week, you're like, all right, I'm staying up. I'm not sleeping. I'm figuring this out.
how many times are you out? Yeah, I mean, same thing. Think about it. Like let's go talk about your college, and like think about college. Would you go back to college right now?
100%.
Exactly.
No, and that's the best
Yeah.
thing, the best advice I heard
Yeah.
is it only like life only gets harder.
Yeah.
And like, I remember being in college and thinking
Life is different.
it's gonna get
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I remember thinking like my life's gonna get like so much better once college is over. Like
Right.
all my problems will be solved. And it's
Once
like now I
make
look
it through
back and it's
school.
like
Yep.
I'd go back in a heartbeat. I had so much
I know.
time and
Yeah.
like
Right.
life was like it was
Yes.
easy.
Yeah. Right.
And I took advantage of that.
I
time.
wish. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't as much as I could have
What?
enjoy college. I mean, I definitely enjoyed it, but
College is
I
so
was-
hard on me. I just don't know if I'd ever do it again.
you 10 years of having the best time of his life.
I had some rough times, but
You did. You failed a few classes and struggled a bit.
that's some.
Yeah,
You
but
definitely
that's-
struggled.
Again,
So-
like, looking back, that's not
Yeah.
the class.
What
Right.
I think that's
Right.
the thing too is like it's not about like. It's just life's a process. Life is different every time. You know, there's always something. There's always the next challenge. There's always the next thing. There always. I think we get too caught up in this. Like Robert was like, you know, hey, come play tennis. We'd be happy. It's like, he goes, you don't want to be happy. I said, no, I don't really be happy playing tennis because I'm probably going to hurt myself. I said, because I don't do it. I said, if
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, I probably would commit to it because then I'd want to get through the pain of the first couple of times, like lifting
Right.
weights. I haven't lifted weights in a long time. I'm not going to go and lift weights right now because I'm going to hurt unless I'm going to do it.
Right.
If I'm committed to doing it, then okay,
You know you're going to get through
I'm
the
going to
hurt
get through
and
the
just
hurt
keep going.
and have some kind of a goal and keep going.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same thing in life. Like I feel like I told him, he's like, you don't want to seek happiness. I said, I am happy. I wake up, I get to do it. I got a beautiful bride. I get to hang out. We get to do what we want to do. Is there times that I enjoy everything? No.
Right.
But on the same token, I'm happy. I'm loving the process. I mean, it's like
Right.
I'm content with where we're at, but our goals are, we still have
Bigger,
bigger goals.
right.
And we're like, it's, when you ever going to, somebody said that to me, when are you going to stop? When I die. Like that's when I'll stop, like driving to be better and
Yeah.
seek it. And for us, that's one reason why, I think we chose like for me, Herbalife is so, that business I could do forever.
Right.
Because it's something it's a challenge. It's like golf. It's a challenge all the time. It's always
Yeah.
something new. It's somebody. It's a different person. It's a different thing. It's
It's like a mastery
yeah,
or it's something different all the time. It's
I mean,
always a challenge.
yeah. It's always a challenge.
And
so
there's always something else to go for.
yes, and it's
that's-
not.
yeah.
I don't
guess golf is a good example
we
where you're
don't-
never gonna
master it.
you're never gonna master it. You're gonna have a good day, a good hole, a great shot, but you could go back the next day and
Yeah, and you can always be
have
better.
a bad day.
Yeah, there's things that you missed.
Yeah.
No one's has had a perfect score. No one's, what I mean, I don't think it. Maybe there is somewhere, but that's what I think life is embracing the suck but embracing the process
Right.
of enjoying the process and knowing that, hey, I'm going through the process, that I'm going to be happy when I'm going through it. So I think
Yeah.
that's some of the things you look back, it's like that. So now you look back, you say, wow, I wish I was back in college. You know what I mean? Then you're going to get through this next stage in life and you're like, geez, I remember how good it was. I was at Kalahari. I was doing podcasts. It was pretty freaking neat. That was a pretty good time of my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like that.
It's always
it's
evolving.
It's
Yeah. And
we
it doesn't
evolve.
get worse. It just gets different.
It just
Yeah.
gets
Yeah,
different.
it
I
just
think,
gets
but I think
different.
going through the chat and getting back to being uncomfortable, it's seeking that uncomfort
Yeah.
will get you down the right path. Okay, because you're not constantly only going by what you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trusting that when things get hard, it's the right thing.
Yeah. People look at it the other way. When it gets hard, relationships.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be this hard.
Right.
Well, yes, it is hard.
It is right. It's not always going to be easy.
No.
Nothing's always going to be easy. The
mean,
job's never going to be
unless you're
not
married to a
always
guy
gonna
like
be
me.
Easy. Yeah. 25 years. It's been super
Just-
simple.
Marital bliss, easy.
But
Yep.
that's a good. I mean, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing you're talking about. Is like as soon as things get hard, a lot of people have this like it's over.
Yep.
I'm
taking a different
this,
path.
This relationship is hard, so that means
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But like,
Love shouldn't be that hard.
then you also said like you go on a run. You don't love running, but like you feel good after, and I feel like that's where you get like this claustrophobia fear. Maybe it never goes away, but it gets to the point where you do it, and then after you're done, you be like, I just did that.
I just did that. Yeah.
I feel like you'll feel that way every time you do something you're uncomfortable with.
Right. Yeah.
It's true. Look at
That's
that.
good.
Topic.
That was good.
Yeah, really good.
That was great.
I think so.
I know. You always do. It's like his biggest fan. I love it.
I gotta be my biggest fan.
I
I may have all these cat people yelling at me. So
I know. You better
I'm pumping
get your
myself
armor
up.
on for this.
I'm okay with it. Bring it on, because I'll argue with cats and dogs all day long.
Let's not do that.
I will, not here.
I know you will. Okay.
In the back end,
In the back
In the
end.
back end.
in the cloud.
We had the discussion about no commenting on
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
Oh yeah.
No Facebook fighting.
yeah. I almost did that again the other day.
Don't do it. Don't get sucked in.
I almost got sucked in again, but it was not.
Those
It was
trolls
something
will
else.
just get you,
It was.
and that's their whole plan.
What was
just
this one?
get
This
you
was,
to
this
all
was
riled
something
up.
else, and they were. I forget what it was. It wasn't political. It was something else. But
Just
I know. That's just some of the
keep scrolling.
stuff drives me nuts.
I know, but that's
Make
the
the
purpose of it.
podcast be that your comment section, like about the school thing. You know, you could have went on the school's thing and be like, why are the kids going half
Yeah.
a day? But then you could talk it out and
Yeah, doesn't really matter.
I still don't
That's what they
understand
pay. You should probably, if you care to understand it, you could call somebody who.
I really
Did
don't,
that.
because I'm not going to change it.
Yeah, no, but you don't have to change it. It doesn't really matter if that's what they decided to do. Dante's happy to have the day off school today.
that's right.
He didn't have to get up. It's great.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, I did see when I was on social media, I saw it was a picture of an uphill with snow on it, and it said, "Picture of my parents walking to and from school,
Yeah.
uphill both ways in the snow."
It's my favorite. I have this argument with my dad all the time. And like I know every generation looks at the younger one and be like, man, these kids are lazy. And they
Right.
don't do nothing.
Right?
And it's always like it's gonna be the same thing over and over.
Over
Oh,
and
yeah.
over and over
And
and
I
over.
think this is something I'm curious how you guys see things. So like
Okay.
whenever I see something that people are like really upset about, like that school thing, they're not just doing it for fun. So there has to be a reason why. So maybe there were some kids that felt overwhelmed the first week of school. So then now they're
Yeah.
deciding, and then I think a lot of times we do overcompensate and then we go so far in the other direction. So like
Yeah.
I feel like my dad grew up in a generation where like you work really hard and like work the big thing. And so maybe I could see why those people were like mad about it, and then they have kids and they don't want their kids to feel that way.
Right.
So then they might like
Right.
teach their kids like just like things will be okay, like everything will be fine, you can chill out, you don't have to like work really hard.
Right.
And I feel like it'll always be this like pull, and like it's just gonna be back and forth over. And like, do you guys
Yes.
see because I feel like I see it. It's like I think the reason you feel like kids are lazy is because there's a lot of parents who felt like they were overworked, so
Right.
then they don't want their kids to live that same life, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna go the whole opposite direction that maybe isn't good.
And then there's going to be a time when people have to work really hard in
Yeah.
order to get what they want, and it is this cycle
The
of
cycle of like you need to like work yourself to death, and then it's like, oh no, you're like fine, like
right. You don't have to
you don't
work
have
so
to-
hard.
I
Yeah.
don't want you to live the life I live.
Yeah.
Because then they see all the bad and like, it's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I think
to me.
this.
It is.
Well, I do think I think there is a balance, right? I think the new generation though is there's a lot more coddling. There's a lot, and not for everybody, but I mean there is a lot of that. Like you just look at the way people talk and the way things are, and they're living at home more. They're, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, but I think we've coddled. I think just a
But
lot
that's
more.
what he's saying. Like, did we as a generation, not as individual people, as a generation, not coddle, whatever the word is, but not want them to struggle as much as we struggled? So we
Well, I think
give
every
them
generation
more.
does.
Yeah.
I think
Well, like,
every
we're
You want-
the product of the generation that worked hard.
Yes. Right.
But I feel, I think, but I also think it's different. I do think our government, I think some governmental things are been different where, back in the day wasn't as many programs. Now there's more opportunities of people taking care of, like the kids, like, looking for universal health care, looking for things that, housing, they're talking about, giving money for housing, giving a lot more stuff. I think that is more, that wasn't a core for so long because people fought to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Now it seems like we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
We're getting into a
I think
society
there's an
that
aspect of that.
will take care of you versus you take care of your next generation. Like,
Right.
you know,
I
like-
think Yeah, I think that's a piece of it.
Yeah.
But just in general, it's the we just talked to one of our Herbalife execs, and he said he was trained in economics, and he said there's something in economics called signaling, which is like it's basically like subliminal messages is the way I took it in. I'm definitely not a math or an economics person, but like the messages we send that are not like outright said, but that's maybe part of that messaging is like now there's like some change in the culture where we're sending the message that you'll be taken care of more than any other time in the history of America. And it's not, and that's maybe a piece of the reason or a piece of the shift in culture. Yeah.
Well, like go to college and your whole life will be planned for you. And that's so far from
That's
the
so
truth.
far from the truth.
Well, I think it's worse.
It's not
for
fair
you guys.
that's still the
And
message.
I feel like even post COVID, it changed so much where it's like it legit a college degree really does not. You still have to do the work,
Right.
like, and like that was like I remember talking to my brother. He went to school to be a civil engineer, and I remember being like, dude, I'm making bank working at Kalahari delivering pizzas, and if I got a job in like any field, I'm gonna take a pay cut. And he goes, that's how it works.
Yeah. That's
He's like,
crazy.
he was making more than my parents were combined. I think he was working at a bar in downtown Cleveland
And making more money
during college, and
Right.
then he graduated, and he had to take a huge pay cut
to work in his field.
to work in
as
a
an engineer.
a civil engineer.
To work as an
Obviously now
engineer.
he's in a really good place and he worked
Yeah.
his way up, but it's like,
You got to get your foot in the door somewhere.
yeah. But when your whole life it's like go to college, like
And you'll
if
be
you go to-
set.
You'll be good.
That's
you
like
could
the
be-
messaging.
yeah,
Go to
but-
college and you'll be set. Go to college and you'll be set.
Back when we went, it was like if you didn't go to college, you work in a factory. I mean,
And I think there was a time
that
where
was-
that could have
Yeah.
probably was the truth.
like when you got hired, they were hiring. Now it's like I also feel like we looked at it and we say, okay, that's a whole nother topic, but it's like what product is a college putting out? There's so many colleges, they cost so much money, and they're not putting out a good product overall.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Overall, like I'm not saying every school, but overall the
Yeah.
product is not there because look at a plumber, right? You could be a plumber in Tiffin, Ohio, right now, work 40 hours a week. That's it. Paid vacations off, 2 weeks of vacation, every holiday, 1 weekend a month, maybe if that or 2 months, okay? And you can make 85 to 90 and then be up into six figures with bonuses.
Yeah.
No more than 40 hours a week being a plumber. And they'll teach you from ground up what to do,
Yep.
okay? No school, right out of high school, they'll take you today, okay? Like there's things in the
You got to
trade.
be teachable. You got to
that
have
gotta be
common
teachable.
sense,
That
you
was
gotta-
never
yeah.
the case. You know what I mean? Before.
Why wasn't it the case before?
I think a couple of things. I think, stuff is going up. People are doing less than they've ever done, like me, right?
Oh.
Like there's
Less
less
people are-
handyman,
people
less
are
people are
less capable
taught,
of
less
doing their own
people are doing their own work, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I think more people are using that. But I think like now you look at it, college is not like, hey, you can make a great living not going to college. Most,
Right.
if you look at most entrepreneurs aren't college grads.
Well, it's also super hard in today's. I don't know how we got on this topic. We're down this crazy rabbit hole right now, but I don't know how the fact that it's a difficult decision to go to college because of the return on investment.
Yeah.
And the amount of money that kids or whoever is paying for college is going to invest in that college
At
degree.
18 years old, you don't know what to do.
And you're 18 and you're not sure what you want to do, and you are going to invest, whatever you want to call it, so much money trying to figure it out. And
And
when we went to a public school,
couple grand, yeah.
it was $4,500 a year for tuition.
That's insane.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
So
I got my whole entire degree for less than most people pay for a semester in college now. And
But that's the thing. It's
it's
such a
crazy.
big business now. There's so much these loans, right, guaranteed by the government. There's so much money out there that universities also, like I said, it's not the place where if there's a good university and you're getting a great product, people will go. If you're a bad university, people are still going because you're getting them money,
All right.
right? And they're coming out and they're spending $150,000, $200,000 on a bill, and they're bartenders.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's like that's what
crazy.
they were like. I was just listening to another.
Just be a bartender.
It's great. Well, and I was literally listening to another podcast, and it was like, obviously the question was a more artsy person.
Yeah.
But like, what should I'm about to graduate college. What should I do? And his recommendation was get a job because you have to have a job, make your money. If you need to do it on the side, do it on the side, and build a portfolio.
Yeah.
So they're literally telling, like, the recommendation is just like do a bunch of stuff for free and
Right.
build a portfolio, which you could have been doing
All the way
all
through.
the 4 years through your
Yes.
degree.
Yeah.
And
Learn
now-
more.
and learn more and actually get experience, because he goes,
Right.
you'll get hired every time if you have a better portfolio than a guy with
Right.
a college degree.
Yeah.
So the actual show
Which,
your
like,
work.
Yeah,
show your work. Show what you can
and
do.
like I felt like I was
is
like,
way more important
exposed
than
when
that.
he said that, because I'm like,
That's a good thing. We're in a show me what you can do
yeah.
job market right now.
Yeah.
And because I go, I thought the thing I thought I had to show you I could do was go to college.
Right.
No.
And like
now-
I don't. What do I really? I'll be honest. I don't have anything to show for it.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
And there are some places that, like, getting through college is proof that you've done
Something.
something.
you've
It's
stuck with
proof
something
that
for
you've
4
stuck
years.
with it. You've made it through challenges. You've overcome obstacles. You have problem solved. You've been somewhat
still worth it.
self-sufficient
Yeah.
because they don't hold your hand very much, So there are skills that are proven. You are proven because you have that piece of paper. And some employers do. Your brother,
Yeah. What's that?
he always says that. He's like, I won't even look at somebody without a college degree, even for an entry level position, because I want them to have proven that they can have the fortitude to stick with something and be a problem solver
He's an
and figure it out.
accountant, though, so let's not get too crazy about that. And not the accountant we're talking about.
He's an actual numbers accountant.
Yeah, it's actual boring accountant with the paper
He
pen
is
protector.
not. You are so mean.
I love you, Johnny. You know that. But all right, well, we're about past our time, so
Okay, well, good.
we kind of got
long-winded today.
taking us down to another rabbit hole.
That's all right.
Okay, it's good.
Love it.
It's good.
So, remember, the world needs light to shine.
We need your light to shine, and you definitely need your light to shine.
next week
Have
on
an
The
awesome
Shine.
day.
Bye bye.